The Bay Beach Wildlife Sanctuary will be seeing some changes in the coming months.
Yes, it will, mainly to staff. That's because after decades of service, the sanctuary is preparing to say goodbye to one of its own. Fox 11's Beth Jones brings us more.
For 75 years, Bay Beach Wildlife Sanctuary has been a home and a second chance to thousands of birds and other wildlife. And for 4 decades, it's been home to Sanctuary Director Ida Baumann.
Our staff all knows that he is irreplaceable. There will never be another Ty. He has been not only our leader, our friend, a father figure for us. He has just done awesome things, and we will greatly miss him.
Over the years, he has overseen the sanctuary's growth from 100 acres of refuge for wildlife to 700 acres of trails, educational centers, and waterfalls.
From a sanctuary that had some visitation, not a lot of visitation in winter, to an award-winning sanctuary where people come year-round and participate in a whole series of activities, outdoor education programs, recreation activities and programs.
It's estimated more than 800,000 people visit each year.
My husband and I have been together for 10 years, and we've probably come out here at least once a year, if not more. We really enjoy feeding the ducks and the geese and seeing the other animals that they have.
So as the popularity grows, why the decision to retire now? Baumann says it's just time.
My wife and I would like to travel. We live on site here and have for all the years. And so you're on call 24/7, and it's been great. I mean, if we had to do it over, we'd do it in a heartbeat. But here's an opportunity for us to travel and, believe it or not, do something totally different.
Baumann says the sanctuary will always hold a special
He spent the last 4 decades as the director of the Bay Beach Wildlife Sanctuary, and in just a few days he'll be stepping down.
Ida Baumann has helped to develop much of the sanctuary, and this morning Angela Kelly is spending some time with him in a few of the places he'll miss most. Hi, Ange.
Hey guys, good morning everyone. Well, right now we're joining you from the Habitat and Succession exhibit here at the Bay Beach Wildlife Sanctuary. It's just one of many things that Director Ida Baumann has helped to develop in the nearly 40 years that he's been here. So we thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Good morning.
Last day is Saturday.
Yes, it is.
First, why are you leaving?
Well, we've had a wonderful run here, 40 years of opportunity to really apply ourselves here and do some wonderful things, see some creative things come to fruition. It's time to try a new adventure. We want to explore parts of our country. Believe it or not, we want to go to parks, refuges, sanctuaries, places we have not been before, and explore what the United States has to offer.
And when he says we, of course, he's talking about him and his wife. You guys actually live here on the site here.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the area that we're in now and how you helped develop this and why this is important to you.
This is our Nature Education Center, and it's the core of all of our programs and buildings here and facilities at the Bay Beach Wildlife Sanctuary. We needed a facility that we could get in out of the weather to do some educational programs and really get people started to explore our sanctuary and our acreage here. And by having exhibits and programs and events that emanate from this, we had the opportunity for people to come on board, take a look around, go out in the field and see the rest of our grounds and the habitats and the areas and the wildlife that we have to offer.
Okay, once you leave here, what are you hoping for the future of the sanctuary?
Well, we feel that this Nature Education Center and our entire acreage here, we have 700 acres, is really a great platform to do some very special environmental education programs. We think there's a great deal of initiatives here that can be developed. So environmental education and program development is really what we see for our future growth here.
Okay. I know this morning we're going to head out to the observation center next.
Right.
Maybe see some geese.
Yes, some waterfowl.
Yeah. I think a lot of people identify with that in coming to the sanctuary, and so we're going to talk a little bit about that. Real quick though, I mean, really, how are you feeling? Are you kind of, is it bittersweet?
Mixed feelings. People ask if we're going to miss it. Absolutely, we're going to miss the sanctuary, the community that's been so supportive, professional, passionate staff. We're going to miss all of that, and we want to take part of that with us. We want to look at other centers and through a little blogging and through some emails back and forth, we want to share what others are doing across the country so our program can grow and even be a better program when we're done.
All right, fantastic. Well, we will be joining you from the Observation Center with Ty here on his last few days on the job when we come back in our next segment. Good morning. Well, it is a beautiful morning. Absolutely gorgeous out here at the Bay Beach Wildlife Sanctuary. We're overlooking a lagoon, watching the sun come up. The birds are chirping. It's something that Ty Baumann is used to. He's been on the job here for 40 years as the director. And Ty, your last day is Saturday.
Saturday, yes it is.
Are you going to miss moments like this?
Well, we are. We're going to miss the sanctuary here. What a beautiful place. Every morning to wake up to see and to hear the sanctuary come alive is really kind of a neat experience. We want to add to that. We want to experience other habitats, other wildlife. So we're going to tour the country, all of North America, hopefully eventually here, to see some of the other places we have not had the opportunity to take a look at.
You and your wife.
Yes, Ida and I really love birding out of doors. We're going to see more of that.
Well, tell us about the area that we're in right now and why this is significant to you.
Well, this is part of our acreage of lagoons here. We have 55 acres of interconnected lagoon, and we've worked diligently here to improve the water quality here and to bring back a great deal of bird life and some fishing for kids and families. And so to see this all develop and grow and to attract the kind of bird life and animals that it is really kind of special. People come from all over to enjoy birding. We get bird hikes here, public walks, see a whole variety of species here at the sanctuary. That makes it really, really special.
Okay, we're overlooking Munger Lagoon right now. What do we see out there?
Well, what's special is the pelicans. The American or white pelicans have been coming in some numbers here. They're doing some fishing this morning. We have some cormorants here. We have lesser scaup on the water. Way off in the distance behind the pelicans is a pair of black-crowned night herons perched there in a tree over the water. And so we see just a tremendous diversity of bird life here. And it's come primarily because of the efforts of the Friends of the Bay Beach Wildlife Sanctuary and the city and staff as a professional staff, putting together some management plans and doing things to improve the water quality and the habitat in general, and that has increased the diversity of bird and animal life here tremendously.
Okay. I'm not sure if we were able to get a shot, but we are definitely going to talk about it. The goose that's nesting right here underneath the bridge. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on this time of year?
Yeah, this time of year we have our sanctuary geese nesting here, and people really enjoy coming out because now our first broods of goslings are hatching. We have a goose here incubating on a clutch of eggs. The average clutch is 5 or 6 eggs. We've had as few as as many as 10 eggs in one clutch, and many of our young are starting to hatch right now. And this is a really neat time of year for families to come out and enjoy and see the young goslings. They're always cute. They're darling to see. They grow up very quickly, however, and so people want to take advantage of that beautiful spring weather and hatching geese here at the sanctuary.
Yeah, the sanctuary is actually celebrating its 75th year this year, and you know, so many people come here to feed the geese and the ducks, and it really holds a special memory for a lot of people, and you help to make a lot of that happen. I mean,
well, it's exciting to be a part of that, to see families come and enjoy that. Families still are our main target audience and group here, and to see thousands of families come and parents and grandparents come, kind of keep this tradition alive is really exciting. That's really rewarding to see families enjoy this facility, this urban park, to feed geese, to just enjoy some time outdoors in the nature.
And Ty and his wife have been living on site here since you started 40 years ago, right?
Correct, that is correct.
And that is his house, a beautiful house, and we are actually going to head over there and kind of talk about what it's been like living on the property here for so long in our next segment. Yes, good morning, Rachel. 40 years Ty Baumann has been the director here, and he's also lived here for that amount of time. The director of the Bay Beach Wildlife Sanctuary is required to live on site. And about 8 years ago, thanks to funds from the Friends of the Bay Beach Wildlife Sanctuary, they were able to build this beautiful log home for the director. Now, Ty is here. Ty, your last day is Saturday.
Yes, Saturday it is.
Means you're moving out of the house as well.
Yes.
Tell us, first of all, why the director needs to live on site.
Well, we need to live on site because there's a lot of responsibility in the evening as well as during the day hours and into the nights. We'll get calls during the night where people are bringing in sick, injured, and orphan animals, so we need to be here on site to help and take care of those situations. We also have equipment here on site that if it goes down in the night, from walk-in freezer units, for example, to alarm systems. If we have a power failure at night, we need to be here and respond to those kinds of needs and help and assist and get things back online.
What's it been like for you personally, living on site here for 40 years, and now you're picking up and leaving, you're going to be traveling, hitting the road? What's it been like?
It's called Paradise. We've lived in paradise here. What a wonderful place to experience every day something new, fresh, and exciting, alive. We hear and see so much here. It's a dream come true. It's more than a job, it's a life.
And actually, we're going to take our cameras inside. This home is absolutely beautiful. And you might be wondering who's taking Ty's place. Well, that would be Mike Reed. He's been with the sanctuary here for 25 years. And for how long have you been the curator?
About 15 years.
About 15 years. So how do you hope to kind of pick up where Ty left off? What's your plan for the sanctuary?
Well, we just hope to keep moving the sanctuary forward. Ty's done a great job in moving the sanctuary forward, bringing it to state and national recognition. We have a great staff here, hardworking staff. We're all going to get together, take a new look at everything with new eyes, fresh eyes, and just hope to enhance and build on what we have.
What do you think it's going to be like, actually, because you're going to be living in this house now as the new director. What's it going to be like? That's kind of a big change in your position.
Yeah, it's great. Like Ty said, this is like being able to live in a Northwoods cabin every day. So it's wonderful.
Yeah. Well, thank you both for talking with us this morning. We still have more to come here from the Bay Beach Wildlife Sanctuary. We're going to check out the beautiful waterfall area coming up in our next segment. Hey guys, well, we're going to talk with Ty in just a minute, but first, you know, it's kind of neat to see what he's helped develop around here. I remember as a kid coming and buying the bags of corn and feeding the geese and the ducks, and nowadays it's become so popular. Between 800,000 and 1 million people, it's estimated, come here to the Bay Beach Wildlife Sanctuary to do just that and to experience how it's developed over the years. Ty Baumann, who's literally his last day is on Saturday. This project here, these beautiful waterfalls, this was kind of one of your last big projects.
Yeah, very definitely. Exciting project. Really exciting for a couple of standpoints is, first of all, it's aesthetic, it's beautiful, and people have really enjoyed the beauty of it. It's added some landscaping and topography, which we did not have here. And in addition, it attracts a lot of wildlife, and also it adds a lot of oxygen and creates a circulation pattern or system in our lagoons here. Up until this time, the lagoon system had been stagnant. Now the water moves through. We have 3,500 gallons a minute approximately coming off the face of the falls. So it adds a really nice feature here to our whole sanctuary operation.
Yeah, so this is a great place for people to come and feed the birds and the geese and whatnot.
Yes.
When you hear now that between 800,000 and 1 million people possibly come and visit this place per year, you had a big hand in helping make that happen, of creating these beautiful attractions. How does that make you feel personally?
Very blessed, very fulfilled. I mean, just a job of a lifetime, a dream come true. It's really rewarding to see people and family interact with that kind of numbers here, to see the wildlife respond to that. You couldn't ask for more in a career or a job.
I know you and your wife are leaving because you're going to go travel, pack up a motorhome and kind of see different parts of the country. Will you always keep the sanctuary in your thoughts, and what do you hope for the future?
Absolutely, it'll be in our hearts. We're going to miss the sanctuary a great deal, but we leave it in wonderful hands, and it's great to know that we have a passionate staff that are very, very committed, very dedicated, very capable of carrying on the program. I expect the best years for the sanctuary are yet to come.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, it was such a pleasure to meet you and talk with you this morning.
Thank you.
And I have to say, just from being a kid, I haven't walked around the sanctuary like this since I was a real little girl, and it's amazing to see what it's become.
Thank you. Have to come back again now.
It's amazing. Yeah, so thank you.
You're welcome.
And for now, we'll toss it back to you guys. I'm going to go back and try and get some geese to eat. I had one feeding out of my hand before, you know.
I believe it.
I did. It was fun. Beautiful morning out here, by the way, you guys. So we'll see you later, okay?
Okay, Ange. I think she's reliving her childhood.
It sure looks like it.